thought I'd make a video today because I can make taco dip for a barbecue we're going to later, and when I go to parties I like to make this taco dip because it's one, super easy, like 3 ingredients and then whatever you want to top it with, like so easy, and 2, everyone tends to really enjoy it, and it's really not too bad unless you were to eat like all of it. So there's definitely worse things in the world to eat at a barbecue. So I have, I could only find little ones, but 16 ounces of light sour cream. So I got 2 of those. We have Hidden Valley Fiesta Ranch dip mix, super good. So what I'm going to do first is literally mix a package of these, and so it's 1 package for 1 8-ounce container. So I have 2 because it's a party and there's probably going to be a lot of people there. So I'm going to do like an 8-ounce layer in my container once that's all mixed together with a little bit of cheese in it, some shredded cheese, good Wisconsin shredded cheese. And then I'm going to do a layer of salsa. When I look for salsa, I make sure that the first ingredients are not like sugar. So look at your labels. This only has 2 grams of sugar, which is actually pretty good. The first 4 ingredients are tomatoes, tomato juice, tomatoes, onions, and jalapeno peppers. So it's actually pretty decent for store-bought salsa. Another brand that I actually really like is the Walmart like organic brand. There's like no added sugar in there, no added salt. It's actually really clean for store-bought. And then I have some lettuce to throw on top because that's just fun. So what I'm going to do is kind of speed this up a little bit so that you can kind of see the finished product. Alright, so kind of got this mixed up a little bit. I literally just dumped that packet right in to my bowl with the sour cream out of the container. This is kind of what it looks like when you're mixing it up. You just don't want like a ton of white, which is just sour cream without any of that seasoning. Literally the only 2 things. So if you're super plain with your taco dips, this is all I used to do. This, little cheese sprinkled on top, and then personally I eat it with pretzel chips, not Tostitos chips. So a little bit better, crunchier, still got that saltiness, super delicious with that. So I'm going to put this in the bottom of my pan. So my favorite container to use whenever we go to parties, whether it's dip that I'm bringing or fruits, veggies, whatever, is this Pampered Chef container. It's kind of really convenient. So there's 3 pieces. A little shout out to Pampered Chef because I do love them. So this comes out, so this is what my dip will go into, and then I'll probably put a little extra salsa in there. We'll keep the chips on the side just because I want to have all this in there. And then this base here has this really awesome freezer portion that just sits in there. And then everything goes right on top, packages in, has a nice cover, cover stores underneath. But what's nice is that if I don't know if the food's going to be outside, inside, temperature-wise, it's going to stay cold because the freezer pack's there. And this just sits right on the side of my freezer all the time. It's awesome. So anyway, we're going to put a bunch of this taco dip down, kind of on either side. This is where it always gets kind of messy because I'm not great with food presentation, but you know, I try. So I only did 8 ounces so far because I'm going to layer it down, and then I'm going to put a layer of salsa in the middle of the 2 like 8-ounce sour cream layers. Just give it a little extra something, a little cheese, a little lettuce, kind of layer it up a little bit just so that it's not quite so boring, and that way all the toppings aren't just on top and fall off kind of a thing. So I'm just pushing it all down. I'll show you guys in a minute. Sorry, I know you're just looking at me. So far, I have it just kind of all layered in there. So now, I'm just going to pour on some salsa. salsa smells really good too. It's like a medium flavor. So this is that layered on top. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle a little cheese. I'm gonna repeat the sour cream Fiesta Ranch dip mix, and then I'm just gonna put some lettuce on top of it with the rest of the salsa in that middle circle in case people just want to eat that. So I'll show you the finished product in a moment. So then with this top layer, I mixed a little shredded cheese right into that sour cream and dip mix mixture, just because it adds a little bit of extra. It's not going to fall off all over the place on the plates and stuff. Just keeps it nice and contained. So I'm going to just spread this on top of everything else. And then what I can do is put this container in my fridge, and right before I go, I'm just going to take that little freezer pack I showed you earlier right out of my freezer and plop it in here. Again, seriously, the best invention ever is their little party trays. They're not super cheap, but man, were they worth it. I use this a lot, actually. A lot more than I thought I would when I originally purchased it, so that's always nice. So it's kind of a mess right now, but I'm just gonna flatten it out a little bit. And honestly, I haven't decided. Maybe I won't even put lettuce on top. It might just wilt if it's outside, like even with that freezer pack, just because it's right on the top of everything. And I'd hate for that to happen. Alright. So this last layer's on my taco dips already. You can see that's layered in there nicely. Not too much cleanup. What I'm gonna do is kind of make this inside part look a little better. I'm just gonna dump a bunch of salsa in here. Because who doesn't like salsa, right? And taco dip, it's all finished. Simple, easy.